draw certain comparisons between yourself and Kerry Dixon. Do you think that's fair?
No. I think he's a far better goal scorer than I was. I think technically I was a better player than he is at the moment. I think he's learning that side of it. But I think he is doing what is probably the hardest part of the game, which is scoring goals. And I would be concerned if too many people are telling him that perhaps his technique is not what it should be, and he might go away from what his greatest asset, which is hitting the goal every couple of games he plays in, which is tremendous. At every level he's proved to do it.
Right, you think that's a real danger to you, that people might try and sort of over-refine him or say you can't play, you've got to do this?
Possibility, and with him being not so refined, he's causing people a lot of problems, as he did against the Germans. He's a bit unpredictable, and I think that unpredictability is good as far as the defender's concerned. He doesn't know what the guy's going to do.
Now, Gary Lineker is a very different type of striker, isn't he? A fellow who relies a lot on speed and getting in the right positions very quickly.
I think top-class players, generally, if they've got the pace that he has, are going to be successful. I'm a bit envious of Gary, to be honest with you. If I could run like him, I could be an even better player, because I wasn't really a quick front player. Speed is essential at top level, and I think he'll be a great asset to the England side if he continues to play like he's been playing. Hunt the golfer. I said I wasn't. He said, well, I'm sure you're Roger Hunt the golfer. I said, I'm not. My name's Geoff Hurst. Oh, he said, you're the one that scored the goals in the World Cup. And I was in jail at the time in Pentonville, and I smashed my cell up, he said, in celebrations. So that's a current story, and it's happening all the time.
Yes, he didn't recognise me. It was me. Alf put me in there to stop me getting hold of him, for not picking me.
Right.
So I think we've played 7 or 8 times over the last 19 years. It's like an old boys reunion. I think great credit to Sir Geoff Ramsey, who picked a bunch of players who are all very, very tremendous professionals, and we're never going to get beat every time we walked onto the park, and that is basically the strength of the team.
Roger Hunt today runs a haulage business on Merseyside. Bobby Charlton, England's favourite son, now a director of Manchester United and a travel company. Geoff Hurst, an instant national hero in '66. Today he runs an insurance business. And Martin Peters, who completed the West Ham trio and works with Hurst today.
Second division action at Stamford Bridge between Chelsea and Newcastle. Two clubs who've recovered well after a bad start to the season. Your commentator, John Motson.
This Chelsea side have taken 14 points from the last possible 16. A run of 6 wins and 2 draws, which has sent them hurrying up the second division table from 20th to 5th. So they're expecting a big welcome from the Stamford Bridge crowd. There's only one change from the team which won at Orient in midweek, and that's at number 5, where Mickey Droy returns for the injured Colin Pates. At number 7, Phil Driver, a recent buy from Wimbledon, starts a home match for the first time. It's exactly a year ago this week since Geoff Hurst was confirmed as manager here at Chelsea, with Bobby Gould as his assistant. Their team missed promotion on goal difference last season. Can they go one better this time, he's wondering.
He's a World Cup winner, and he was born in Ashton-under-Lyne. Sir Geoffrey Charles Hurst. Either or. Well, get your case. I'm Route 66. Well, get your case. I'm Route 66.
Neither. Both pretty average, but I've got to go for ours because I was singing it. Very difficult one, that. Both fantastic stadiums. It needed to be replaced. The new Wembley is absolutely magnificent. It's the best in the world. But of course I have some very, very fond memories of the old one. One or the other, FA Cup. That's a silly question. Best man for the job, without a shadow of a doubt. Wedding day, I'm not going to get into trouble. Jules Rimet Trophy. That's easy. Bring it in the major games, and particularly on the goal line technology. Scoring. Well, that's impossible because they're different positions. One's a midfield player, one's a great striker. So, but I'm going to go. You got to go with your mates. He's a good pal of mine. The wife still talk. I'd get told off if I didn't say it was Martin Peters. That's very hard. Upton Park's the club I love. Wembley's England. That's a difficult one. Probably go with Aussie. the Charlton brothers, although I like the Righteous Brothers, they're a great song. You've lost that loving feeling. But 1 metre over. But my memory doesn't serve me well, but I always say it was in, and I believe that to this day.
Good on you, Sir Geoff, good on you. I wonder whether...
Get better than scoring a hat-trick in the World Cup final. You can't get better than that. Geoff Hurst did that. It was a choice, and it's opinion that makes the world go round. Ramsey's choice at that particular time was Geoff Hurst. It worked out well for him. He scored a magnificent goal. We not only beat the Germans, we got the deck chairs as well, and everything worked well for us. Greasy should have been around and could have been around.
Good aggressive running here by Brooking. The fine best. And now to Brooking again. Still he's going on. And now to Hurst. And it's there for a magnificent goal by West Ham.
Howe going for a return from Hurst. Now Hurst again. Oh, what a shot! What a beautiful shot from 10 yards outside the penalty area.
Still Greaves. To Hurst. On a goal! 2-0. Geoff Hurst. Coming now to Nobby Stiles for England. And it's Hurst with a header.
Like the two previous members of the 1966 World Cup winning team, Geoff Hurst will always be remembered, the only player to score 3 goals in a World Cup final.
Oh, it's number 1 to Howe. A goal! West Germany have scored. Oh, with a free kick. In goes it's an equaliser. Here's Ball running himself daft. And now Hurst, can he do it? He has done, yes! And here comes Hurst. He's got some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now. It's 4. It is all over. England are the world champions.
Peters to Charlton. Newton linking. Hurst! And that always spelled trouble.
We were there back in 1966.
But while they can't forget their triumph of 1966, England's World Cup heroes might not want to be reminded of this.
Nobby Stiles was at the back. He was there to fill the gap.
They made the record to encourage the squad going to the 1982 World Cup, but it was never released. I wonder why.
Bobby Moore to lead us on. Martin Peters going strong.
It was on a dusty shelf in the Leicestershire studios of 82-year-old Lou Branson that the video was discovered. He clearly remembers the day it was recorded.
They were a bit reserved for a start, but we took them round the pub at lunchtime.
The normally ultra-reserved Sir Alf Ramsey brought the video to its climax.
Remember, England, when you play the game, play it fair, because you know